Just days before President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration, police in Washington have arrested a Virginia man trying to get through a checkpoint near the Capitol building. A 31-year-old was found with fake inaugural credentials, a loaded handgun, and more than 500 rounds of ammunition. It's tense in the U.S. Capitol after the riots earlier this month, and now tens of thousands of soldiers are patrolling the streets of D.C. Here's Jennifer Johnson.
National Guard troops from Washington State are heading to Washington, D.C. as federal agencies order more troops deployed to protect the nation's capital ahead of Inauguration Day.
Our troops are going there to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Washington, D.C. looks like a war zone with at least 25,000 soldiers patrolling the city. The Coast Guard is battle ready on the Potomac River. Miles of fencing and barbed wire surround the Capitol.
God bless you all and keep you safe. And may God protect our troops. Thank you.
Just days before he will be sworn into office,
Yes.
President-elect Biden answered yes after being asked if he still felt safe. But Sunday's inauguration dress rehearsal has been canceled. The day will be like no other. For the first time in U.S. history, the National Mall, where hundreds of thousands of people usually watch the event, will be closed. Most metro rail lines have been stopped. Airbnb has canceled all D.C. reservations. Every street leading into the Capitol is barricaded.
I'm sad about it. I have to tell you that it looks that way. I'm committed to making sure that we get our city back.
As part of Inauguration Day festivities, the Canadian Embassy usually hosts a celebration for foreign dignitaries. That too has been canceled due to the pandemic and security concerns. Many D.C. residents are worried.
I don't know what to expect other than I'm just afraid someone or many people are going to get killed.
President Trump is refusing to abide by tradition and will skip the inauguration. As staff starts to move out, the president remains quiet at the White House ahead of his Wednesday morning departure. Aides are considering an elaborate send-off with a red carpet, military band, and 21-gun salute. Jennifer Johnson, Global News, Washington.
Security is ramping up right across the U.S. tonight. The FBI warns Trump supporters may target all 50 state capitals on Wednesday, and preparations are underway for potential armed protests as early as tomorrow. Tonight, Mike Armstrong is in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and as he explains, no one wants to be caught off guard again.
There isn't a whole lot to see from the street outside the Pennsylvania State Capitol complex, barriers and not a whole lot else. But behind the scenes, it's all hands on deck. Capitol Police, City Police, State Police, and the National Guard all are preparing for Sunday.
We are not issuing any permits, so there are no protests scheduled here.
There are no specific threats against Harrisburg or any other state capital, but there have been flyers circulating online suggesting protesters who can't make it to Washington Sunday go instead to their state capital. Since the January 6th siege in Washington and the arrests that followed, the calls to arms online have died down. Authorities fear that could just be protest planners being more secretive and careful online.
Let's go!
I think that's why some of the chatter has stopped. I think that's why some of the platforms have changed. Right now, it's a chess game.
Literally from coast to coast, state capitals are preparing. From Lansing, Michigan, to Sacramento, California, from Austin in Texas to Tallahassee in Florida. Again, there are no specific threats, but America is on alert in case.
Now, I am hopeful that we do not experience any violence in the capital city this weekend or next. But hope is not a plan.
The protection outside the capitals is only a part of what's going on. The FBI is collecting intelligence, whatever it can find, and sharing it with local and state police.
The intelligence is key. You want to have the ability to develop a plan, but you also want to have as much knowledge about the intent and capability of the people that are going to show up.
One thing that does have police nervous is a line in this flyer calling it an armed march, telling people to show up with weapons. In an open carry state like here in Pennsylvania, police admit that does make things more delicate, but they say they have the training and Sunday they'll have the numbers to deal with anything. Robin?
Mike Armstrong in Pennsylvania tonight. Thanks, Mike.